Now, in general, let's look over for these two pictures and let's realize some information and some difference between Nigerians and sponges. At the beginning, guys, we are talking about animal kingdom. All of these are animals. Mollusk, Nigerians, sponge, echinoderms, flatworms, arthropods, insects, all of that are animals. But I want to tell you something. When we are speak about animals, it not means four legs and sharp teeth and tail and like that. Of course, no. No, now we have animals without all of these things. In fact, invertebrates more than vertebrates, more than the animals with four legs and like that. Okay, guys, in general, sponges, different between sponges and Cnidarians. The first thing is symmetry. As you see here, guys, this one, no symmetry. If we divide it into two parts, this part not look like this part. We have difference. Okay, now this one have a symmetry by midpoint. If we divide it into parts, we can see that all parts like each other. Okay, now that is the first point. This one no symmetry, this one have a symmetry. What another? Like our friends said now, most of sponges stay in place, not move. Okay, not move, stay in place. And the most Cnidarians move. Most Cnidarians move. And I will gonna to show you how the Cnidarians can move. The third difference between both of them is this one have opening on the top of this part. Okay, have opening as you see here, and have a lot of holes or this opening on their body. But this one not. It will be like cap or like hat or something like that. Okay, like a balloon, no opening, no holes. Okay, on the body of this one and like that. That is the third difference. The fourth difference is this one have arm like. Can you see this arm like? This one no arms like. Okay, let's read more about these two groups to understand more about Nigerians and sponges. Now, open your book, please, kindly, page 80 to understand more about sponges and Nigerians. Subhanallah, we have a lot of difference between of them, and you look over for all of these different creatures in our earth, you will shock. Subhanallah al-Azim, how can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create all of these things? Some of them will be extremely different than each other. Yes, Omar, read Habib Albi Allah. Read يا عمر. Read. Read.
Okay, sponge is the simplest kind of invertebrate. Sponges do not have symmetry. Sponges live underwater.
Stop. Okay, Amr. Let me to explain this, Amr. Read and stop to explain. Okay, guys. Now, as you see here, the sponges will be the simplest invertebrate. As I told you before, when we move up, now the organisms become more complicated. What I mean? Now, at the beginning, we take bacteria, archaea, protists, fungi, plants, animals. Now the organisms become more complicated. The same thing with the animal kingdom. The first step is invertebrate. Inside the invertebrate, we have sponges. The sponges will be the simplest kind of the invertebrates. The simplest one are the sponges. Okay, and as you see here, guys, the sponges, of course, no symmetry for all sponges. Okay, and all of them live under the water. Okay, complete يا عمر.
Most are shaped like a sack with an opening at the top. Water flows onto the sponge. It filters the water for food.
Excellent. Okay, stop يا عمر, please. Okay, guys, now how this sponge can eat? Okay, at the beginning, the sponge shape, it will be like sack. Sack here, it means like bag or balloon or something like that. Okay, so the shape will be like that. Yes. Okay, the shape will be like that. That is the shape of most sponges. Okay, now
the shape of a balloon with the small helium.
Yes, yeah, and in the sponge we have opening at the top. What is the job for this opening on the top? it will be look like the mouth. Of course, the sponges don't have a mouth, but can filter the water. Now, when the water get inside, the sponges have some things to filter the water and take the nutrients and the small organisms in the water to eat it, to use it as a food. Okay, okay. Most of the sponges stay in place, not move, and the smallest one offsprings can float and swim. Thanks a lot, ya Umair. Thanks a lot, my dear friend. Let's take another one to read. Thanks a lot, ya Umar. Mahmoud Shahat, can you read it, Mahmoud?
Yes, Mister. But
يلا
I
يا حودة.
have only but I have only one question.
Yes, please.
I can
Yes, what is your question?
can't
Huda,
understand. Mister, yes,
ask. Mahmoud, ask ya Mahmoud.
yes, Mister, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Mister, can you hear me?
Yes, ya Mahmoud. Can you hear me, ya Mahmoud? I think Mahmoud
Yes,
has a...
I hear you.
Yes.
Mister. No, Mister, no.
Yeah, Habib Albi, I hear you.
Mister,
Ask ya
we have
Mahmoud.
symmetry. We have symmetry.
Yeah, you don't understand the symmetry meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, symmetry, it means if we divided the object or they divided the organism into two parts, they will be the same. That is the meaning of symmetry. Suppose we take this snail, for example, okay, and we will divide this snail into two parts. Okay, now if we divide it from down, of course, from down into two parts, you can see that this part will be look like
No.
the other part. Okay, if we take this symmetry, this one have a symmetry. If we take this one have a symmetry by midpoint, by center point. Okay, now this is the symmetry also. Okay, but this one no symmetry, no symmetry. This part not like this part, like that. This one symmetry, this one symmetry, this one symmetry, this one symmetry, but this one no symmetry. Okay, understand ya Mahmoud? Can you read ya Mahmoud?
Yes, but
Read.
yes, I can. Yes,
Cnidarians.
Nigerian. A Nigerian is an animal which
Arm-like, arm-like.
Arm-like part called tentacles.
Tinkles. Okay, guys, now repeat with me, guys, please, this word. All the class, please repeat with me this word. Tinkles.
Tinkle.
Tinkles.
Tinkle.
Tinkles.
Tentacle.
Okay, guys, don't press on the another T. Don't press on the another T. Don't say tentacles. No, tinkles. You can pronounce another T, quick T. Tinkles, like that. Tinkles. Okay. Yes, ya Mahmoud. Complete reading, ya Huda.
No, don't tinkle.
Yes, ya Mahmoud. Complete.
Yeah. Tentacle are the rib of
The tip
each
of.
tentacle.
Are poisons.
Are
Poisonous. Yeah, stinging cells. Okay, thanks a lot, ya Huda. Thanks, ya Mahmoud. Okay, I want someone to complete reading, ya Shabab.
How sponge reproduce?
I can't answer now, ya Mahmoud. Okay, just we will focus on this information in your book. I will explain another time, inshallah. Thanks a lot, ya Huda. Okay. Thanks a lot, ya Mahmoud. Okay, Saif Ahmed. Can you read it, Saif?
Yes.
Yes, read, Habibi, from here. At the tip of each tinkle.
At the tip of each tinkle are poison.
Yes.
Poisonous stringing cells.
Yes.
Cnidarians use these cells to stun prey.
Stim prey, yes.
Stun prey. Jellyfish and corals are
Cnidarians. Excellent, yeah, safe. Thanks a lot, my dear friend. Okay, guys, now let's explain some information about Cnidarians. Of course, Cnidarians, guys, like jellyfish. If you look over for the jellyfish, that is the shape of jellyfish, like a balloon, and we have here down this called arm-like. That are the arm-like. This arm-like called tentacles. Called tentacles. These tentacles have some cells, poisonous cells, called stinging cells or poisonous stinging cell. What is the job for these cells? To produce poisonous. Why this one won't poisonous? To kill the prey or to sting the prey. Sting the prey, it's something like when you use the electricity to kill the prey. When this one use the electricity to kill the prey. Okay, now when this one kill the prey, can eat it after that. Okay, jellyfish and corals all are Cnidarians. Okay, let's I'm gonna to show you now some lectures about Cnidarians and the corals. Okay, Cnidarians. Okay, guys, now look over. That are the Cnidarians. Can see that are the jellyfish, and that is the arm-like called tentacles, and that is the poisonous cells or the stinging poison cells. Okay, subhanallah. Look over, guys. There are different shapes for jellyfish. Okay, of course, guys, this is very dangerous, very dangerous. Sometimes it can hurt the human body. Sometimes it can kill the human body. Okay, because that when you swim in any way in Egypt or in Dammam or in other places, be careful from this jellyfish. Can hurt you. Yes, can hurt you. And also, guys, we have corals. That is the shape of corals, like in Nemo film. If you know the Nemo film, you can see that. That is the corals, guys. There are different kinds of corals.